hell wants to follow that speaker, right? You've ruined it for us, Martin. But if there's one speaker can do that task, I know it's Birgit. Because Birgit's a trainer. She's a speaker. And I've had the pleasure of hearing her other speeches. Tonight she's giving the third project from the Basic Speech Manual. Now for our guests, we have a Basic Speech Manual with 10 projects in it. So this is number 3. Get to the point. So Birgit has to produce a speech that is structured. It has a strong opening, a body that makes sense, a conclusion that we can follow. It should inform, it should persuade, it should entertain, and it should inspire. So let me welcome on stage none other than Birgit. Number 3. No? Okay.
I think I'm on speech number 2, but I'm going to try and get to the point anyway. Right, my speech today is beware of bias. Imagine you're a caveman or a cave woman and you're out collecting berries, and in the distance you see a big furry animal creeping towards you. What are you going to do? Are you going to stand still and figure out what it is? Or are you going to run? Now my bet is you're going to run. And you're going to run because otherwise you would be dead meat. And you're going to run because you have an unconscious bias to big furry animals. So let's come back to the present. And today I would like to tell you why unconscious biases are more important than ever to survive today in the modern world. And secondly, how unconscious biases impact our judgment, our decision making. And thirdly, why businesses have to manage and control unconscious biases in order to be successful. So let's get to the first point. Why are unconscious biases especially important for us to survive today? Well, we have to process so much more information than we did back when we were cave people. Google did some research, and Google translated every image, every sight and smell, sound, etc. into data, into bits and bytes. And it turns out that our brains at any moment in time are flooded with millions of bits. But our brains can only cope with 40 bits at any instant in time. So how do we manage? Our subconscious, or if you like, our unconscious, filters out everything that's remotely familiar, everything that we think we know or think we've experienced before. So our unconscious filters out according to biases that we have collected over time. And as we go along, every day we act upon those biases, otherwise we wouldn't survive, we wouldn't manage. And we collect biases in our heads. And over time, our old biases become cemented and fixed in our heads. And they end up impacting our decisions, the way we act, the way we behave. Which brings me to my second point. To demonstrate this, I would like to tell you the story of Heidi and Howard. A professor at British Columbia organized 2 groups of students, and he gave a CV to each group. He gave Howard's CV to one group, Heidi's CV to the other group. And he made sure that there were 50% women and 50% men in each group. Now after the students had analyzed and given their feedback, he saw the following. Howard's group said, what an amazing career he has. What a fantastic guy. He must be so likable and we want to work for him. The Heidi group said, what a fantastic career this woman has. But she must be a pretty tough lady. and she cannot be nice, and we would never want to work for her. Now, the remarkable thing was that the professor gave both groups exactly the same CV. The CVs were identical, except for the names, Heidi and Howard. But even more remarkably was that the women in the Heidi group were as biased towards Heidi and her career as the men were. So you see, our unconscious biases can help us get through life, but they can also cause harm, and they can get into our own way, in this case, in a woman's way. Now that was an example of unconscious gender bias. And in the big picture, there are so many more biases. There are biases based on ethnicity, culture, sexual orientation, disabilities, even down to the school that you attended, the town that you were born in. So for businesses, which brings me to my third point, it's especially important to control all these unconscious biases. And biases in business are prevalent everywhere. In hiring, in promotion, in performance management, in remuneration programs, right down to deciding who gets which tasks to do. So businesses can and must manage and control unconscious biases, because businesses cannot afford to miss out on that diverse talent out there. And we know that well-managed diversity means more creativity, more innovation, and much greater productivity. And well-managed diversity means well-managed and controlled unconscious biases. So in summary then, unconscious biases help us to survive in our modern world. Unconscious biases impact our judgments, our decision making, and therefore our actions. And businesses especially need to control them in order to be successful. So finally then, I would like to appeal to you to give your first thoughts a second chance. Beware of biases and be aware of unconscious biases. Thank you.
Thank you.